Filthy Show has extremely explicit content. It is not intended for children, adults, or anyone, really. Especially retards without a sense of humor. If you offend easily, please fuck off now. All right, we're back with the Filthy Show. I'm your host, Adam Luckey. We got my co-host, the Kid Fucker Chris.
That's Kid Fucker this week.
We give him a new nickname every single episode. We've done Kid Diddler. We said Kid Raper last week, and apparently we're not supposed to say that.
Kid Diddler is so much better. I wish I had that instead of Kid Fucker.
I don't know. He looks like a kid, so he can't really be like a kid fucker. It's just like him going out on a
You
date.
can still fuck kids as a kid.
I mean,
I feel like that's the one time where it's okay.
I look like a kid and I'm still like 300 pounds. And
You look
I
like
can get them.
the worst kid.
You're
Yeah.
you're-
I have bad parents.
You're just the kid that can get any swing you want at any time.
Yeah.
I want the tire swing, motherfucker.
Yeah, no one's gonna fight you on that.
And by swing, she means sex, I think.
Do it?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. I'm just having fun.
I love when men speak for me. I'm tired. Go ahead.
It's exhausting.
It is.
Being a man, you have to speak for every woman.
I know.
Especially about abortion.
I can imagine, right?
Our guest today is Lea'h Sampson. It's great to have you, Lea'h. How you feeling?
I feel good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hell yeah. This is going to be really fun.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we were saying this is going to be the first episode where we say the N-word more than 12 times. So we're going for it. We're trying to break our record.
Yeah, it's going to be mostly said by me, and then they're going to get comfortable. And
When
then,
you say it, I'm going to say it really quietly.
Very low.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
know
very-
that I said it, but no one else. No one else realizes that I said it.
like you're going to start saying it as I get to the end of the A.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you're going to come in.
I live in the shadows of the N-word.
Yeah. And
You live in the N-word shadow?
Yeah, that's been my life the whole time.
yes.
I was born and it's molded
Us
by the
N-words are
N-word
called
shadow.
shadows. It's okay.
How do you feel about that word? Are you a fan? Do you use it in comedy?
Well, I've been black for a very long time.
It's got to be hard to be
I'm
black
on
and
like
not
12
say that
years.
It's, I don't know. It depends on when my credit started getting better. That's when it stopped.
word. You're a white
So
comic now.
stupid. Definitely not. Y'all are broker than we are. That's what people don't fucking know.
Oh, yeah.
All
of
these
course.
white comics,
white
y'all,
comics,
absolutely.
y'all
yeah.
live. It's like it's crazy because like y'all get hella pussy, which I don't understand how it happens. Y'all live in like a base, like a shoebox with 17 other like dirty white
Who
other
the
men.
fuck are you talking about? Hella
I'm
pussy?
talking about. Oh well, I mean they approach you and then they see you outside the comedy club and they're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
I mean, you're not wrong. When I first started comedy, I lived in my mom's garage, and I still was able to.
Aren't
get
you like
pussy.
married with like a child?
Now I am.
That's how it happens.
Yeah,
It's
now-
crazy.
yeah.
And then like I
beautiful
wash my ass, and then like men are like appalled, And
That's the key. We never wash our ass.
y'all don't wash your ass.
Always
Y'all
dirty
live.
ass.
People
It's
love
like
dirtiness.
400 of y'all motherfuckers, y'all niggas.
Nice.
Are you calculating
Hell
this?
yeah,
Are you-
dude.
Get
I'm
the
getting
count.
paid every time. This is reparations. Y'all
the
can't have
counter
my
up.
black ass on her too close to February. Like I'm gonna ask for money. I need my money. Look, use me, but benefit me, okay?
No, that's never been the case.
Okay, what are you, a strip club owner? Like, no, it works out sometimes. But yeah, like yeah, I'm a fan of the word. Going back to your question.
It's a fun word.
You like the word?
It's a weird because I went to an all black high school.
Of course you did. That's why you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew
I
Schultz.
don't.
Keep
I don't
talking.
feel comfortable saying it now. Things have definitely
Now-
changed.
How many times have you said the N-word in your life?
Oh, like over 100 probably, but not like in a slang way. Just referring to the word basically.
Like the person?
huh? Yeah, when they just won't shut up.
Right.
When you're just watching
I've never done it in like an insulting way. Just when I would hang out with like black friends and stuff.
You were like,
sometimes
shut up, nigga.
Or we
Like,
just
they
talk
talking
about
too much.
even
Yeah.
just talking about the word. Like just you wouldn't say the N-word. You would just actually say that word. But now I think it's different. You can't really say it in any context without making someone uncomfortable. Not everybody. Some people don't give a shit.
I do have that. I've always had that question. It's like I know what you're talking about. I've had these conversations with your kind, and
Jews.
those are the good ones. They have their hair texture's closer to mine than yours, so I feel more connected.
Yeah, people are starting to hate us a lot again. It's coming back. Anti-Semitism's on the
Are you
rise.
Jewish?
Yeah, enough to the point where
that explains
they'll come for me.
so much. Well, like I'll have these conversations with like white people, like the N-word and all kind of stuff. And because I always like do free charity for whatever fucking reason. And that will happen where like they'll be like, hey, so how do you feel about the word? Or why can't I say nigga? And it's like, why did you just say it? Like you didn't have to say it.
They
You could have
just
said N-word. And
assumed, yeah.
So then and that's the thing. So then it feels intentional. Now it's like, what can I Can I, step over the, bound and see what they're going to do? And then when I have a reaction, now it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it's like, you didn't have to say that. So now I know you did that on purpose.
Well, you're taking a chance. If you just throw that word out there.
My thing is, it's just like, here's the thing. There's, Japanese, right? Japanese, y'all are white men. I know y'all love Japan.
Black men also really like Japanese culture.
Do they?
Like anime,
I feel like Asians
and
and black people. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
No, I think
Art of War.
Black people have watched anime, and y'all just now have realized that we watch anime. And I think now people were talking about it.
That's always been a thing.
Yeah.
Anime and fighting games.
Well, in Asian
love
culture,
Tekken and Mortal Kombat.
Asian culture has appropriated black culture. I mean, like literally, I have not a joke, but like in my head, there's a joke of like I feel like Asians and black people are so similar. And I saw somebody read a tweet about this. They're like, we really we are. We eat the same food. We do a lot of the same shit. They follow us in the hair beauty supply store, but then like us buying the shit in the beauty supply store funds their kids' college fund. So it's like it's a give and take with the Asian and black community.
And then there's a lot of arguing too sometimes.
Yeah.
Just in convenience
Absolutely.
stores, a lot of screaming.
That's how Menace to Society starts.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Just an Asian and a black man arguing.
Oh yeah. And then it's a white person in the corner like they're fighting. And it's like no, it's like no, they're just this disgusting like a business plan.
For us, we're just like the heat's off of us for a little while.
Yeah, right.
We just kind of sit back and let other races hate each other.
Well, that happens. It's like like black people like we roast each other. That's just like our like hello. Like
absolutely.
white people like white dudes y'all like grab each other's dicks and be like what's up, bro? Like we just
That's
like
funny as hell.
It's
the funniest way to greet your friend.
It's amusing.
Just jerking off with your buddy. That's so funny. Just watching porn, kissing a little bit.
Yeah,
we're goofy guys.
Goofy, so silly.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, but
Let me get a handful of that dick right now.
Yeah.
You're so funny,
Literally.
dude. You're not gonna make me come. You're so funny.
Y'all were like eat each other's asses while complaining about your girlfriends, and then like,
oh my god,
and then you're proposed to the bitch.
She never eats me like you do.
Right, type shit.
She never
And
bites
if she ate my ass, and that's gay. It's like okay. Black people are a little different. We greet each other with roasting and stuff like that. And there's been so many times, even with like some black comics, we're just like talking shit, just like going back and forth. And there's always some white woman that's always like, "Can y'all stop it, please? Can we keep the peace? I'm okay. Did not want this." It's like, bitch, we're fucking just saying hello. Like
Absolutely.
this is how
When we first started, we were in Tacoma, Washington. It's like half blue collar scene, half black comedy scene.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll do some shows like that are mostly white lineups. Tacoma, Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Yeah, and then they have a really good like black scene, like a lot of like jazz clubs with really good shows and all black audience.
The
all
Chitlin
black
circuit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what we called it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those black green rooms were insane,
Yeah.
especially as a white comic trying to keep up with that.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't.
A lot of the jokes get thrown at you too, because everyone's like, "Sweet, we can just attack him." Like,
Yeah.
crazy. But it's fun. I mean, it's all hilarious.
Yeah, and I feel like the thing is like, everybody has their own style and their own whatever, regardless of ethnicity. But it's like black people, like we are just naturally funny.
Mhm.
And I feel like what I've experienced with a lot of like white comics is like a lot of white comics are so worried about like my punch and my joke and my setup and my this and this, that. And it's like, I think that's where a lot of like white comics get intimidated when they're around a bunch of black people, like those black green rooms, because like we're not trying out bits.
No.
We're just talking shit.
Well, it's just honest and genuine.
Yeah,
too.
it's just we're just
That's a lot of white comedy now. Is everyone's so nice,
Mhm.
like out in person, but then they're like the most backstabby, phony people.
100%,
and then
1,000,000%.
the comics and even the white comics too that are just talking shit to each other for fun. Those
Yeah.
are usually the ones that are like good people,
100%,
like
yeah.
that are cool, and that
Yeah,
they actually like you.
yeah, totally.
That's the one thing I think comedy's getting so nice. Like every comedy podcast is just like, dude, my friend killed so hard last night. That's all my friends do is kill.
Comedy
You
is
gotta
just-
bring back the mean in comedy.
no,
Yeah.
everybody's just sucking each other's fucking.
Yeah, you gotta even if your friend
Gooch from
rules,
the back.
say
Like,
he
it's-
sucks. Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
shit on
that-
Chris when he had some of the best sets he's ever had. You still gotta fucking like
Absolutely. And are we going into that?
what? Talking about Chris?
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Hey, come on.
That's what I
so
just want to hear.
We're about to get the N-word number 2, guys.
4.
We're at number 4. We're at 7 right now.
Actually, take that number, double it. I've been whispering it every time.
I'm already looking for the new car I'm about to get after this podcast. Comedy, I feel, it's like everyone is just so bitch made, and not bitch made in like a sense of. I think comedy now is like bitch made in different forms.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're bitch made because somebody said something about race or gender, so you don't like that, you're upset now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or you're bitch made because like your joke fucking sucked. I didn't laugh at it, and now
Yeah.
you're mad at me because I didn't laugh at it. Bitch made as in like I swear this was a funny joke. I don't know why nobody laughed at me. Like that, nothing irritates me more than like seeing a comedian like have a fucking nervous breakdown on stage because everybody did not laugh at their joke, whether it's shitty or not, And it just spews like only child. It just spews like, well, my mom and dad. I'm like, well, I'm not your fucking mom and dad. Like, I don't, it's like, I don't know. I guess when I started comedy and I never grew up on like thinking about doing comedy. I never thought about doing comedy. Like my background was like finances and shit because I'm all about the money. I didn't know about stand up. And then when I decided to get into it, I was like, okay, I need to study this shit. Like if I'm going to do it, I need to like do it. Like not some bullshit. So I really studied comedy and I really studied all forms, the Seinfelds, the Dave Chappelle's, the Bill Burrs, everybody, right? Because that's what I also said too. I was like, because I've been so racially judged and racially like, what's the term? Like misconstrued, I guess, growing up in my life or whatever. I'm like, when I do stand up, I don't want people to be like, oh, that's a black comic. Yeah. Like, oh, those are black jokes. Oh, those are black women jokes. Or those are women.
That's why you wear a burqa? That makes sense.
Yeah, I did do that. I did do the burqa. And then it was a hijab.
Did you really do that?
No, but I should have. I think that would have stopped my drinking problem at the time. But I made sure I was like, no, I want to do jokes for everybody. Yeah. So my point is, it's like, I feel like now it's just like, I don't know, it's just not that anymore. It's like, I gotta impress my friends at this mic. I gotta tell these dumbass fucking jokes instead of getting better. I gotta tell these jokes that I know my friends are gonna like because they're gonna fucking suck my ass and let da. Or it's like I gotta kiss this. It's just all it's ass kissing and it's just a bunch of dick sucking and it's a bunch of tears, which is all appropriate for the industry. Yeah. But it's like how you do it.
Well, in the bigger scenes especially, like New York, LA, Austin, that's all it is. Like there's a group of comics that everybody wants to be friends with. And they think that being friends with that people is going to make them 100%. Funnier, but it won't.
It won't.
It won't make you, it might help you get more stage time.
Sure.
But you're still going to be just
But are you doing the work
same
though?
Comedy. Yeah.
Are you like, I was talking to a comedian the other day where we were like, it's so crazy how like, he was saying he's kind of like coming up in his place and he's starting to like lose friends that are in stand up because they're bitching him out like why am I not getting stage time and why am I because you suck.
That happens.
You don't have to suck. Yeah. But you're not doing the shit to not suck.
I think that happens to everyone as you progress. A lot of those open mic friends you had who aren't progressing, you find it harder to be friends with them because you want to be friends with them. You don't want to be like, oh, now I'm successful, I can't talk to you. But it gets hard because then they're upset, they're jealous that you're getting better gigs than
I think a real friend should like understand that like,
it's still possible to be friends with a comic that's not that funny. I mean, I hang out with Chris still.
You feel me? Boom. I'm doing y'all's podcast. I'm way above y'all's budget. Way above.
Yeah, our budget is $0.
Yeah,
so
but
if you charge anything,
y'all are okay.
That
cool
boom
people.
really annoyed me.
To be fair, every single comedian is above our budget. We have no budget.
Yeah. We don't pay you guys.
Right, I'm just above y'all, and that's okay.
We're negative just for gas money getting here.
I'm sending you that $3.25 parking fee invoice.
Damn, you paid?
Yeah,
I never
You're
pay
not
for
getting that.
parking on. I do get tickets, but not
No, your mom gives you lunch money, bitch. I'm getting that fucking $3.
I need my lunch. I need my milk.
He works at PetSmart. He's got a job.
You could do a diet for a day. Give me that fucking money.
Hell no. I'm keeping that money. I'm gonna buy a pack of Skittles.
Fuck your Teddy Grahams. Give me my fucking money, bitch.
Well, it's funny too, because like so many, I think more comics now than ever think that they're like one of the best comics. Like you see that a lot. Like you'll be talking to someone, you're like, oh, you genuinely do think that you're like one of the best, which is wild because a lot of people just aren't that good. Like most people who think that way too just aren't that great.
I feel like so like it's half and half for me personally. Like I don't know if you listen to like a lot of rappers when they talk about like in podcasts and stuff, they'll say, who's the best rapper? Me. Yeah. And it's like, sure, you should feel that way. And I think a little bit of us, we all kind of feel that way. Like, you don't go on stage being like, I don't think I'm good, but I'm just gonna. No,
I think you should thrive to be that way.
But you think highly of yourself. But with that being said, I think I totally agree with that. And I think part of that problem is a lot of people are not doing stand-up for the art of stand-up. A lot of people are doing stand-up because they want to be popular. A lot of people are doing stand-up because they want to be involved in some kind of group. A lot of people. There's a lot of broken fucking people in stand-up, right? Yeah. And I think, which is fine. I mean, hello, shout out. But
that's
it's
the whole
like,
point of it, yeah.
But you have those broken people in stand-up. They're like, this is the one thing in my life that I fucking love, that that brings me joy, brings me life, and I want to succeed in it, and I want to progress in it. Then you have some people that are like broken, or whatever the case may be. They're like, I just want to like hang out with cool people and have an excuse to be an alcoholic. So then they start doing stand up, and they're not good, and they don't really give a fuck about stand up. And then but then like you said, like they'll have that delusion of like, well, I hang out with all the comics all the time, and I watch all the comedy specials, and I bombed on Kill Tony, like I'm the best. It's like, no, like.
Well, and some guys, if they're a good hang, they will start to get some success in comedy too.
Sure,
just because they're taken on the road. I think most bigger comics will admit that their openers don't have to be that good. Like they don't really care.
I think it's the energy. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I've definitely experienced. Like I was going on the road very early in my career, so I was having like big imposter syndrome. I was just like, why me? I was like, it's because y'all need like a black hire. It's because y'all trying to fuck, and then nobody tried to fuck me, and I was like, what the fuck? And so it was
That's
just like,
how I felt too.
Yeah, I was like,
everyone just
right?
wants to fuck me.
It's like, wow, this is fun. But
when I opened for Damon Wayans, I knew it was because he just wanted to fuck me in the ass. And then he did, but it was hilarious.
Yeah,
that guy is
right?
so funny. He really gets white humor.
He does. Well, they sign his checks. And, it's like, I think just those old people that have done stand-up, they can sense. I think they've been surrounded by so much bullshit and so many like fucked up people, and just like the scam of it all. I think when they see a comedian, new or not, but just like a genuine person that's like, hey, I just really enjoy what's happening. I enjoy stand-up. They see that and they bring you on, and they're like, I like Michael Blackson. I always shout out Michael Blackson. He was the first person that ever paid me for a guest spot. Paid me out of his pocket, put me in a hotel, everything. Basically, my audition was like this one show I did. I was like 2 years in. I did good for 2 years. I wouldn't say I like was phenomenal, but it was a great show. And that was the first time I had people like coming up to me being like, can I get your autograph? And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
that's cool.
So I just think like energy is as goofy as it sounds. I think energy is such a big part of this game. It's like we can feel, we know who's I think
it's good and bad because like the fact that like socializing and becoming friends is a big part of it, but it'll take away, I think, in some comics from being like as funny as you can be, because now you're focusing on shit like that. Because I think like especially nowadays, just trying to be the funniest stand-up comic you can be can kind of fuck you over. Because now all you're doing is just like working on your craft and like being funny on stage, and you're not spending enough time making important friends. Because that seems like the biggest way to like be successful now, is to just know the right people. I mean, like building yourself it's a long fucking road, unless you like do crowd work clips on TikTok.
100%. You do crowd work
like
clips on TikTok, then you're Netflix special.
Yeah, there's so much of that now.
Easily,
people love that.
You know what's so crazy? I remember when I first started stand up. I remember like maybe my first year in, I was just so excited about stand up and all that. I'm jaded now because I'm successful.
How long have you been doing it?
7 years now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know you're like, what, 20?
7.
Yeah, so do better.
7 also.
Oh, that's disappointing.
7 also.
Hey, for a white comic.
We're not a black female comic.
I know, sorry, y'all have it so much easier than I do.
Michael Blackson isn't trying to take us on the road.
Yeah, if I was a black female comic, I would be opening for Michael Blackson.
Yeah, I would definitely be opening up for Michael Blackson 2 different ways.
Well, because you didn't believe in yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm opening up for Michael Blackson now.
I definitely disagree that it's easier for us, because there's less spots for us. Like for white comics, they're not looking for as many white guys, especially nowadays.
Who are they looking for?
Everything else.
Literally, for sure, yeah.
And what's everything else? I love when white men talk about oppression.
No, I don't think it's oppressive. I think it's good. I think it pushes us to be better comedians.
I agree with you. See, that's the disconnect. I agree with you. I think that now, let's stop. Comedy has always been a male-dominated art form and a white male-dominated art form forever.
I don't know. I mean, black comics have always been some of the best comics.
Yeah, we've always been the best, but we've never had the platforms that y'all given to y'all. We're not. I mean, besides Arsenio Hall, what other black comedian has had their own TV show? Like there was Jay Leno. There was now
talk show.
But there's like massive stuff. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
They had Def Jam comedy. That was pretty big.
Right, but
Martin Lawrence had his own TV show. He was a big comedian.
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy was the biggest comedian.
How many awards? How many awards did the show Seinfeld get? And how many awards did the show Martin get?
I mean, Seinfeld is a better show.
It's not, but it's not.
It
really is not. It's I wouldn't even say if it's better or not better. I think I love Seinfeld. I love that show. But I'll say this. The difference for me between, and I'm being very biased because I'm black, But no, shut up. But no, realistically, I think Seinfeld is a great show and Martin's a great show. The difference between Martin and Seinfeld is with Seinfeld, the other characters carried that show. Seinfeld did not carry that show.
I agree with that.
Everybody on Martin. Every single character on Martin.
Larry David's writing carried the show.
Yeah, but also that writing, like people may say like that's more like white writing. Like Martin was a good show because it accommodated to Black people, the time that it was, which was the 90s. It accommodated to Black people. And also accommodated to the same shit that Seinfeld had, relationships and friendships and goofy, you know, the neighbor that just walks in. You know, they had Kramer. We had, what's his name? Something man from the Fifth Float. You know, like he just comes into the house and makes a sandwich. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, you know, it's not to say that there were not, Black comedians that did not have opportunities, that did not have platforms. It's just that like Def Jam was not taken seriously by major corporations in LA and Hollywood. They were not. It wasn't. Yeah. Def Jam was phenomenal. Y'all are comedians. So y'all watch comedy. Y'all like stand up. So of course in y'all's head, you're like, oh, Def Jam was like fucking this amazing thing to me too. But it wasn't in Hollywood. That's why instead of like getting these big motion pictures and these big TV movies and stuff, we got like Soul Plane. We got like, you know what I'm saying? Like these like,
Martin Lawrence had some pretty good movies. Black Knight is very underrated.
Yeah, but again, y'all are comedians, so y'all respect the art of comedy. Y'all are not seeing it from like a point of view of like.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. It has a 4 out of 10 on IMDb.
But no, it's 100% easier for it's easier for white men in this industry because now right now, yes, I would say in the past like few couple of years, they're like, we need an Indian girl that talks about fucking her white boyfriend. We need a Black girl that talks about her African parents. We need that diversity. But at the end of the day, like white men, what y'all can do is y'all can get into these spaces a lot easier, and y'all can talk about whatever the fuck y'all want to talk about. If a white man goes on stage and says like, oh, I love fucking Black women, like Black women, blah, 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 oh, standing ovation. Gary Owens had his career for 400 years because of that shit. If I go on stage and I go, I only like pink cock, I'm a coon. I'm a sellout. I'm a this. And honestly, you know what's
isn't that all Black people that feel that way?
No, so I love that you said that.
Is it white audiences too? I mean, I don't know.
So I'm Dr. Umar now. Yeah. Y'all fucked up by having me here.
I think it's fun. I like
it. But no, but that's so, it's interesting you say that because comedy, I feel, like I said, I've been Black, I've been a nigga for a while. And did you mark that?
4.
I'm trying to get paid.
We have the counter up.
Good, yeah. And it's just like Thomas Jefferson and then like every slave owner that pops, it pops
it just says we're sorry.
Yeah. Right? But it's like comedy has been the one thing for me that I've noticed that like, yes, race is involved 100%, but it's more gender for me. Like, yes, Black male comedians, I know they go through their things in comedy and all that kind of stuff, but and I've seen it, a Black man can go on stage and shit on Black women, talk all types of things about us, say all types of shit about us, boost up their white queen, their white girlfriend, and get a fucking standing ovation.
You've seen my act? You saw me do 5.
Yes, I'm sick of that shit. That's why I'm on the show to fucking let you know.
Never quit, Adam. It's great.
It's all stick.
That Colombians exist, and you need to incorporate.
It's the best of both worlds.
Listen, brother, let me tell you something. See, what you don't know. But like I've seen that. But like again, like if I go on stage, I remember like when I first started doing comedy, I started doing this joke about like dating white dudes and Black dudes, and literally after every show, it'll be some Black dude being like, "Oh, you only fuck you a coon. You only fuck white boys, huh?" And then I'll have white boys being like, "Oh, so I have a chance." And I'm like, "What is this life?" And I'm like, "This is crazy." Like no one's doing this to the Black dude.
Yeah, but you're also 7 years in and you're very successful. So that hasn't really
well, not at this point, but I'm talking about when I first started. It's like, no, it's been a continuous thing. And so I feel like for me, comedy is more so, I mean, definitely racially for sure. But it's definitely split for me more gender. I feel like, men stick with men and, there's that stigma of like, I thought that the reason why I didn't do stand up at first, people were telling me to do stand up. I was like, no, I'm attractive. I don't need to do that. But I started.
That's a good point.
I lowered my bar and my self-esteem, and I was like, "Let me do stand up." I officially, I really did not want to do stand up because I was like, I was like, women aren't funny. I think I kind of thought that.
There we go. We agree on something.
Yeah, we're gonna go viral now. I kind of thought that. I really thought y'all gonna like smash it up, create a fucking remix. Like, women are funny.
It's a 1 second episode. Women are funny.
It's just you saying women are funny.
And then the credits roll.
And then just an N-word compilation of you. Wow, Leah went off.
She was she on her period?
Probably.
I think it's about that time. I'm feeling feisty. My titties are swole. But
Same.
the point, right? Well, your titties are always swole.
My dick is bleeding right now. Is that bad?
His tits are better.
Do you have insurance?
Huh? No, I'm just on my guy period.
His tits do look like girl tits. My tits look like normal fat guy tits.
I think we bleed for y'all. Y'all are more bitch-like than we are. Men, y'all bitch and gossip way more than women do. We just like bleed.
Yeah, but we make it funny at least.
Wait, what did you just say? We bleed, but men bitch and gossip?
We bleed for y'all. Like, I feel like y'all bitch and gossip and complain more than women do. We do it like, for 7 days because we're like hungry and like dehydrated. Y'all do it like year round.
You guys do it year round too.
Have you ever lived with a woman?
No, it's just like y'all are fucking stupid. Y'all just say, I feel like y'all get hard. I mean, I get hard on, you know what I think it is? Y'all get hard on so many things, like each other and like just the wind blowing really hard that y'all see a woman and are like, okay, I need to figure another way to get hard. Yeah, pussy, whatever. Let me piss her the fuck off. And I know I can do that by just speaking or breathing.
Yeah.
And that's what y'all do.
Nothing hotter.
That's stupid because we can do that by just punching you guys in the face.
Well,
it's so much easier.
Well, no, if you do that, then we're going to stick around because we're like, he's a man.
That's true. Now you're married.
Yeah. No, I have to give you your firstborn.
Yeah.
Like, I have to do that.
She's like, men are pretty smart.
Yeah. And some of y'all's punches a little weak. I mean, look, if you're going to hit me, kill me. You know?
That's a good point.
And let me tell you something. I should have been dead 47 times by now. So do better.
Maybe you have a good chin.
Have
Maybe you should get into boxing next. You should fight Jake Paul. Lea'h Sampson's gonna kick Jake Paul's ass.
Who's Jake Paul?
He's like a YouTuber that's now like doing celebrity boxing, kind of.
Oh, that's not interesting.
I mean, it would be interesting
if
you fought Jake Paul. It would be interesting.
No, because I get booked. I don't really.
What does that mean?
It means exactly what I said.
He's really famous. I
Pull
mean,
him out. Oh, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, he likes black women. Oh
yeah.
I couldn't be in agreement with him.
You could fuck Jake Paul 100%.
I wouldn't be satisfied out with that. It looks like we're the same size. I think we're in the same weight class.
He has knocked out like 4 black guys, but I think this fights are rigged.
Well, they probably. Yeah. Definitely. They're
Or maybe
I said rigged, by the way, with an R.
I didn't count it.
Jake Paul, is he British? Where is he from?
He's American. He's American. Like, so him and his brother were like TikTokers, basically. Like, what? Do you remember Vine?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like Vine guys, and then they like did Disney Channel shit. But now,
for real,
they got into boxing.
Damn.
I mean, to be fair, the dude
just
knows how to market
beating up niggas
himself.
for views. That's crazy.
He fights like retired MMA.
Oh, he's 27. What a little bitch. I could take him.
You know what's funny is almost every person he's fought is black.
Yeah,
he's only fought like 2.
Well, he's wearing a chain, like he has something to prove. It's like, look at he's not the type of white dude that's gonna be like, let me fight my peers. Like, no, he's gonna fight like the strongest, most athletic people in the world.
He fought one like real boxer and he lost.
Well, I can't speak for all black fighters, but
they're scary. The ones he fought, they look tough.
Why? Because they're black?
Yeah.
Yeah, black
exactly.
guys.
Why are y'all racist?
They're just really good at fighting. Combat sports.
I don't know. Look at that black guy he's fighting right now.
I know I'm one of the good ones, as y'all say, but
I'm a really big fan of combat sports, and I mean,
do y'all like black people?
Yeah.
For sure.
Like for real?
Some of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just like everybody else.
You like more black people or more white people? You feel?
I know more white people, but I might actually like more black people.
I feel that.
Because especially like when I went from a black high school to all Hispanic high school to an all white high school because we were military, so we were moving around a lot.
That's why you're wild.
Yeah, so it was like black high school was the best, the most fun for sure.
Of course, the fights.
Didn't learn a lot.
You don't know what PEMDAS is, but you know how to braid hair.
I can't use a fucking calculator that well, but I can roast like if I roast my way out of a bag.
That's crazy.
Mexican high school was the scariest.
Yeah,
because those guys.
Can we speak on that? Talk that shit. I'm telling y'all. They think black people would think we're the scariest. No, we're just funny and we love seasoning. Everything else is crazy.
Yeah, well, they're wild cards because some Mexican people are fucking awesome, but at the same time, that same person, you just turn around, you say the wrong thing, and it's like they got a new teardrop tattoo out of nowhere.
For sure, yeah. It's so dope you said that because like I've actually liked. I think we may have talked about this maybe before, but like what I really like about you as a stand-up is like you go there but you talk about different things. And you talk about race and all that, and I think there's a way to do it. typically most people that do talk about race and all that kind of shit, we've experienced it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I really like about you as a stand-up, is because like that's how I am. You know, like I just did my sold out show at a comedy club here in Austin. And this lady, like, it was a great show, fucking destroyed it. Everybody loved it. And then this lady commented on the comedy club like website, and she was like some old like battered ass, non getting her pussy eating ass bitch. She was like,
it Cap City?
No, it was at Roscoe's.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sold it out completely.
Yet,
it was
but I've heard
phenomenal.
good things about it.
It was phenomenal. It surpassed my expectations.
That's awesome.
And everybody, the crowd was like, I say half. Well, actually, it was like mostly white. It was mostly white, and there was like some different people in there, but everybody was like, you know, after the show, like, this was great. It was wonderful. She comments on the page, and she was like, this was the most racist, like, disrespectful shit towards white people.
Really?
And mind you, I still have a heart, okay? Like, there's this misconception that if you're a stand-up, you could be a piece of shit. No, you still have to be a good fucking person. I'm a good person. I really do genuinely care about people and care about their feelings. I don't ever try to hurt anybody's feelings or like, you know. So when I saw that comment, I really like got in my head, and I was like, damn, did I say something? I was like, maybe I guess I should have said, like, you ever see a frizzy-haired white woman and want a margarita? Like, maybe I should have said that. But then I thought about it, I was like, no, these are my, like, I don't talk about nothing when it comes to white people, black people, whatever. I don't talk about shit unless it's something that I experienced.
Yeah.
And I feel like you are the same way. And I'm like that because same shit. I moved around a lot. I grew up in the southwest side of Houston. It was like, we weren't even black people. It was Africans. And black people and Africans are not.
No, that's a whole nother ball game.
Different ball game, right?
Yeah.
Different smells, different foods, different hate.
Yeah.
It's different.
A lot of blankets on their couches.
All types of shit.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes. We were like the only black family in my community. It was like nothing but Africans and Vietnamese people. My street sign was in Vietnamese.
Wow.
That's how I know.
Some good restaurants.
I know. Best food in the world. That's how I know Vietnamese. Yeah, Vietnamese was like my second language that I learned because I had to, you know? On top of that, I went from that. Then we moved to this other community where it was like nothing but black people, right? But then it was like hood, like ghetto, like hood black people, hood, ghetto ass, like Mexicans, like straight from the border Mexicans. So then like I couldn't fit in with them. Then my mom got her shit together and started fucking a man with money, and we moved out to the suburbs. Now I'm the only black girl, and also I was like in the AP level classes. You know, I was in the smart, gifted, whatever fuck, because I had a lot of free time to myself, so I read a lot. I was in these classes. I was the only black girl in these classes. White people, and they saying the wildest shit. And these are not just white kids that are saying wild shit. These are white kids with racist white parents. So they're listening.
Okay, you did one of those.
So they're listening.
That's how they raise their hands.
So they're like, I have the answer to this Black history question.
Does anyone know who Martin Luther King is? No.
And the mustache is
Do you have a question, Hitler?
They just have a fucking mustache.
I pledge allegiance to the Hitler.
Literally. Well, I'm gonna let y'all say that. But
I'm Jewish. I've earned it.
It's okay. Right?
That's our word.
Good
Hitler.
for you.
We're taking it back.
No, literally. But maybe I should start saying Hitler and be like, hey, can I say Hitler and then say it?
You know what we don't have is kike. That word is not funny, I've learned.
I've heard
that. You cannot make that word. I've tried so hard.
Oh, on stage?
Yeah, I've tried to make jokes about it. I guess maybe just the sound itself. It hits hard. Like,
yeah,
like
it doesn't flow.
Like a hard R. Is it like was that like the Jews that were hiding under the bungalows and shit?
Kike is like, I mean, that's like what a white supremacist says as he like curb stomps you. As
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
that's like
shit.
that's some dark shit. Yeah, I want to take it, but I feel like we can't.
It hits too hard. Kike.
Yeah, it's not a funny sounding word. I've had great sets, and like I'll make jokes about like being Jewish and stuff, and then be like, yeah, you guys can say kike, I'm giving you a pass, and everyone's like, whoa.
I think also it's a word that like if you've heard that word, you've heard it in the worst situation.
And a lot of
or
people
the
probably
worst.
don't even know that word.
Exactly. I don't think really. I mean, I'm black. I know everything. I know every slur there is in the word off the dictionary. But kike, yeah.
I have it next to my bed.
I wrote it.
Chris wrote the big book of racial slurs. It's just you in a sweater on the front.
Yeah,
With my little golden retriever.
But yeah, when you're around different cultures, you know that influences your
Well, that was the weird thing because, like I said, where we started, I did a lot of black shows, and so I would, of course, do racial jokes because if you're a white comic on a lineup with nothing but black comics, it's the racial jokes that do kind of like get the audience interested. And yeah, I mean, the first black show I ever did, I went on stage and I was like, "How you guys doing?" And a black lady went, "Shut up, faggot."
Period.
I was just like, "This is gonna be fun."
I thought that was you. I knew you. Looked
and then I moved to Austin. I was like, "Whoa, she's here. She's pretty good at comedy."
What would you consider? True, like real question. What would you consider as like a black show from a white person's point of view? Can we get the white cam?
I guess just if all the audience, all the audience is black and all the lineup is black. That's what I would consider a black show.
Okay.
What do you mean? Do you think
what do you consider a black show?
Where there's talent.
Okay.
So no show you're on?
Roasted.
Now show me your 1099 and then we can talk.
He works at PetSmart. Yeah,
I work at PetSmart.
That's a fair fight. Yeah. You're gonna get him on that.
I roasted somebody that's more successful than me.
That is more impressive, to be honest.
It's
all you have.
And I still got your ass.
How you
I work at PetSmart. I still roasted your ass.
He's just kidding. He works at PetSmart.
I have no pride. I have nothing to be proud of.
No, I don't have a house yet. I'm not that successful. I'm not.
So no one can get to me.
I own a house, but
no, keep going. You're just proving that y'all hate black women, and I love that.
Hey, we never said we didn't. It's our subtitle on our podcast.
No, I asked that question because I remember again, like I feel like most of the weird bullshit happened when I first started comedy.
That's where it feels like new and like everything kind of feels like it's just towards
like
you.
A lot of weird, like yeah, exactly. It's like it's new and it's like
you don't really know how big comedy is yet, so it's like this is all new experiences. 100%.
Yeah, and that's what I remember. Like it was my second year in comedy, and like I wouldn't say I was the best early, but I was pretty successful, and I think I was successful early on. And by successful, I mean just like getting booked and then going on the road and stuff like that. I do think I just was naturally funny, but I remember I just spent so much time on stand-up. Like it was like literally like I would drive like 4 hours to do like a 3-minute mic. Like I was that kind of person. Like I've done a lot of the work. And I remember I did this little show here in Austin and I posted on my Twitter and this white dude was like, "Oh, I'll be in Austin. I'm gonna pull up." Cool. He pulls up to the show and then he's looking around and I'm like, oh, he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, Leah." And I was like, "Oh, hey." He's like, "I'm from Twitter." And I was like, "Okay, cool. And he's looking around. He's like kind of perplexed. And I was like, "You okay?" He's like, "This place seems a little like hippie-ish." And I was like, "Well, yeah, it's Austin." I was like, it's very alternative, And he's like, "I was expecting this to be like a black club." And I was like, "Why?" He's like,
in Austin?
Why?
I've never seen that.
I've never seen a black person until I pulled up. And so
6th Street does have a lot of black people. They just never go to comedy shows.
Well, they don't live here.
Yeah.
They're visiting from Houston and they're visiting from Dallas and like, they're not.
Colleen has a pretty big black
that's
population.
true.
Yeah, but like I feel like people in Killeen don't leave Killeen. They're like, we know our misery.
When I first got here, we would drive up there to do open mics because there was literally 3 open mics. There was 2 in Austin because I got here when COVID was like full force.
Right.
And so there was 2 open mics here and 1 in Killeen, and that was wild. Like that was like an entirely different kind of energy.
Yeah, I started comedy here in 2016. So I've been here and it's it's just been crazy to see the progression of everything and when I first started like 2016, 17. There was, Mr. Tramps. That was it. That was it. It's like, look, you can do your stage time. You're going to get harassed sexually, physically, and mentally.
Oh, God. You probably never did Anderson Mill Pub, right?
I did.
Yeah, so that
I did all the mics. I did all of them.
That was the same energy.
Shit. Oh, yeah.
I got
more
attacked
crackheads
by
there.
A woman with a pool cue.
I believe it. More crackheads were at Anderson Pub because it's up north, and so there's like no legal, like it's kind of a lawless land.
North is a completely different energy.
It's a very different energy.
It's wild, yeah.
Definitely say faggot and the N-word way more.
You have to.
I like how I said faggot, not N-word, the nigga and F word. I could say faggot because my mom used to call me one because she thought I was like sexually ambiguous.
Anyone can say faggot. I think it's okay.
Well,
it's a fun one.
My gay friends have told me, we've had these conversations, I have a black friend so I can spit on a grave of a black leader. But
what?
Yes.
That sentence also confused me.
Yeah.
Did you meant to say a gay friend?
No, I said what I meant.
All right, fair enough.
We just don't know what you meant.
The viewers will know. No, but like
we don't. Yeah.
Are you legal?
Did you just say? I have a black friend so I can spit on the graves of black leaders?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Y'all have said things like that. Maybe not you exactly, but like your people have said.
I but definitely believe my people have said stuff like that.
Every year I take a trip to Martin Luther King's grave and spit on it, but I don't. It's not because I have a black friend.
You don't have money to fly to Atlanta like that.
See, I didn't even know it was in Atlanta.
Is it? I don't know.
I couldn't even make that joke because I
actually learned that. But I just did. But no, it's like I talked to my friends and like to me, and they kind of agree too. Well, no, they do agree. Like a faggot to me personally, is like just a bitch ass dude. Like,
yeah, how old are you, if you don't mind?
29.
So yeah, we're like the exact same generation. And I would say the same thing. Like, faggot was never like
no
you're
for
gay.
gay people. No.
I mean, yeah,
kind of some gay motherfuckers that'll beat your ass. They'll fuck you up.
I've always made the argument that just like me being like a nerdy, like pudgy, pale white dude, I've been called faggot probably more so than most gay guys.
Sure, and I've been called a faggot. I don't have testicles. I've been
you can't even be one of
you
those.
You feel me?
Even if you wanted to.
Which I'm like, no, please. Like, I would love to have like a better, pay grade. But like,
oh god, if you were gay too, you'd have 7 Netflix specials. Right?
Oh, 500, 500, and it's like no, like a faggot to me is just like a bitch ass nigga. Like, that's what a faggot is to me. Like, you just want some bitch ass nigga. No, I'm telling you, count it, nigga.
I didn't catch the end. I thought you were just calling Justin a faggot.
Leave Justin alone.
Like, I remember I dated this one guy, and he was just like, I remember, like, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty confident when you grow up as an ugly kid, you have to be. And so, like, of course, like, as a woman with her man, you'll be like, oh, do you like this dress? Whatever. It's like, no, I don't need that validation. But, like, yeah, I want my dude to be like, yeah, I want to, get you pregnant and that shit. And I remember like this guy I used to date, I used to be like, oh, you like this, whatever. He'd be like, yeah, but what about me? Like, do I look good? And I'm like, bro, you a faggot, bro. Like, you want some like bitch ass shit. Like, that's fucking...
a good example of a faggot.
No,
that does sound like
that's
faggot
corny.
shit.
I'm like, you're just like, for me, it's just like a man, like, whether you're gay or whether you take dick in the ass or not, a man is a man, right?
Well, yeah, it's like if my buddy was like, dude, I sucked this guy's cock last night. It tastes so good.
You're more of a man than anybody.
I'm like, I wouldn't be like, oh, you're a faggot for doing that. It's like, yeah, sounds like you had a good
honestly,
night for you.
I think taking dick in the ass and sucking dick as a man is the most manliest thing you could fucking do in your life. Like, because you couldn't do it, you bitch. You couldn't fucking take a dick in the ass.
I could do it.
I think you would.
Hey, come on, Lea'h.
I think you would. You can't. You would.
It depends on what he's offering.
I don't know
Not
why.
much. He's a man.
I also don't really know why that.
Not Michael Blackson.
For some reason, that offended me. I was like, fuck you, Lea'h. I can get fucked in the ass.
I can get fucked in the ass.
My friend can take a dick in his ass.
Hey, listen here, sister. I can get fucked in my ass.
Here, you bitch. I could take a big cock in my rear.
That was the most offended I've ever been by someone telling me I'm not gay.
Yes. Finally, I did it.
That was good.
But yeah, dude, it's like to me, that's just like a little bitch ass motherfucker.
It's, I think that's the misconception.
Because even gay men will say that. They'll be like, you're being a faggot right now. Like, you're being like on some bitch ass shit right now. Like,
there are some gay guys, and I've even had this, because I don't think I can ever not say it on stage, just because it's always been in my vocabulary. Not even like that I use it. It's been used at me so much that it's just
my
in
mom
my
used to
head.
call me a faggot all the time. All the time. I got called a faggot from like 2000.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's just not what I would ever expect.
Well, take out the trash, faggot.
Yeah, no, literally, I was like a big tomboy growing up. That's what sexual abuse would do to you. And I was like, hide the titties. But
Smart.
like, I just not right.
Good move.
Yep. Thank you. I feel like you.
No, I don't. Oh, but yeah, if you think I got sexually abused, probably.
Nobody was ever touching you. But no, it's just,
I was a pretty cute kid, Leah. Wait, she's making me offended at the worst thing. I was molested and I got fucked in my ass. All right, why don't you back up? I just come out of this as a gay raped man. I gotta try some stuff.
No,
I don't think I was molested.
You only look good from trauma. You look exactly the way you look.
I look good if I was 47, but I'm 31. So it's not.
Adam, you have George Washington teeth. I don't think that's pure privilege right there.
No, because George Washington had like expensive teeth for the time. Like he had cool wooden teeth.
Oh yeah, from slaves.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You don't have slave money, so.
No, I definitely never did. We were Jews. I mean, we were like Jew.
You're like for real Jewish.
Yeah. So on my dad's side of the family, we're Jewish, and we were like we were shitty like mouse Jew. We were bad Jews.
It's one of those things where like you're not Jewish unless your mom is Jewish, that kind of thing.
So that's how like Jews would see it.
Yeah.
But if like they Holocausted again, I'm pretty
For
sure.
sure.
They
I
would
mean, it's
come
like
get
it all.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I don't get any fucking acceptance from them, but I get to go to the showers with them. It's awesome.
You ever go to Tel Aviv? You done your Tel Aviv trip?
I could do it. I think I do actually qualify for it. Right now, it doesn't seem like the dopest time.
Nah.
Yeah, don't go.
Well, that'd be a great IG story.
Just do it a set. I'm doing the next music festival. There. I'm gonna open it.
You're gonna open it? That's hilarious.
I'm gonna fly in on one of those.
That's fucking
Will
hilarious.
they find that funny?
I don't think humor exists over there right now.
No way. I do think that this might be the end. There's so much conflicts right now, and I don't know if the world can survive another world war.
What?
Not with all the weapons we have.
You
now.
mean World War IV is like including the America or just...
Like if everything just popped off. Like right now, it's like conflicts between countries that like it's not going to cause like anything too crazy.
Yeah.
But all the bigger countries are backing individual countries in those situations. But,
I don't know, man. I'm a big believer in like history repeats itself, so I just feel like a lot of but the difference is
it really does though.
It does, but I think the difference now, like I think we should have been bombed in every country. The whole world should have been like, on some like Pangea shit by now.
Mhm.
But we have technology now. We have fucking studios and shit. Like I think when all that shit was happening before, we didn't have all these things. So I don't know. I feel like this is kind of preventing like. Real.
You would hope, but I still think there's enough people that are cool with that kind of stuff. Like they're so convinced that like, well, we got to
100%.
nuke Russia
Yeah.
or my kids are going to be gay.
Right. No, for sure,
Like,
100%.
that's my only choice.
I totally agree with that.
Because people are just dumb. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely, I had the same thought. Like, well, nowadays, I think if a whole world war happened, most people would be like, no, we're not going to do that. We don't want any part of that. But there's always going to be those people that
I mean,
like,
January 6th, like there's always going to be people with no teeth, but with a lot of opinions.
and those guys
like,
were good guys. No one's saying those weren't good guys.
Who?
Right? I'm just kidding. The guys that stormed the Capitol? Is that who you're
I was
talking
like,
about?
this is part of the He's like, no, X-nay on the
I'm joking. I also,
on the white snake.
Go back to call me a faggot.
I also don't know enough
Go
about
back
it.
to the faggot stuff. Go back to the faggot stuff.
I don't know enough about it. I know that like one of the only people who died was a woman, right?
I think
On-
two people did. It was a woman.
On the side of the protesters.
It was a woman. And I think it was like some dude or some shit. But like, a lot of people didn't die.
Just shows dudes are better at storming the Capitol than women.
Yeah.
The one woman fucked it up, got killed.
Well, she was talking too damn much.
She was climbing through a window.
Mhm.
I think that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that. What was that like a Trump thing? Did they do that for Trump?
No, they
I
did it for
think it was
Oprah.
like a COVID thing.
Did they do? I do it for Oprah.
I would do that for Oprah. Yo, if Oprah put out a tweet, it was like, yo, gang, pull the fuck up to
Dude,
the
when she
Capitol.
launched OWN, that was a good channel. They had some good shows on
It
there.
still is. What do you mean was? It still exists.
I don't have cable anymore, so I don't really watch.
Not
the
diminishing
show.
black women's success.
Huh? Why are you mad at me? I said it was good.
I'm not mad. I'm just expressing. Like, every time a black woman expresses something with her face, she's mad.
That face, yes. If anyone made that,
That was
face,
a
I
mad
didn't.
face.
No, it was not. It was a.
all right. If I was like, "How are you doing today, Leah?"
I'm like, he's dehydrated.
Yeah, that's weird.
I wouldn't be like, he's mad. I'd be like, he has
All
an
right.
issue.
You're right. I'm racist and gay. You got me.
I think we all know this.
That's not bad. I'll
We
take
do.
that. I'll be the
This whole
number
entire
one-
time, his legs have been crossed. He's been gazing at you every time you speak.
What does that make me gay?
Just because you got to take a dick in the ass by the end of this.
God damn it.
You're so cute. Like you look like Santa Claus in high school. You're just like a
Oh,
cute
thank
little-
you.
That is sweet. That's a sweet roast.
Thank you. That was really nice. And also,
I wasn't even trying to roast. It just looked very like I want to put you on like above my fireplace, but like in the middle.
What
in
is
the middle,
what is OWN now? What shows are on?
I don't know, probably Tubi. I don't fucking know. I'm not.
Why you were coming at me 5
Oh,
minutes ago?
not you don't watch
Well, don't
OWN?
bring up shit you don't fucking know about. You
I
brought
used
it
to know
up.
about it.
You brought it up.
There used to be a lot of forensic shows. That was a big part
Was
of it
it?
for some reason.
Oh,
A lot of Dr.
yes,
Phil.
Yes, and the show it used to be called Love After. It would be like when
Love After Lockup?
not that one. That was
Okay.
MTV, I think. It would be on OWN. It would be like black dudes killing their black girlfriends. That was
Oh.
There was some of
Yeah.
that. Snapped is a good one too. I don't
Yes.
think that was on OWN. I think that was Oxygen. Was that the girl
it's
channel?
Called, it's called like some shit, and I loved that show because it was like black representation. But then I didn't like it because I was like, "Fuck!" Now we can't just say that white men are the only ones that kill their bitches
Mhm.
because now it's showing actively like black men kill their bitches too. Then it just made me feel like, okay, I should just not date anyone because all y'all are
We will kill
You gotta
women.
get yourself.
Yeah, no, for
Men
sure. Y'all
will
kill-
kill women.
I think white men kill more women.
Of
but,
course,
but
yeah.
100%. Y'all get away with
serial
it.
killers alone,
And then we get
are mostly
famous
white
off of it
guys.
for
Y'all
some
get
reason.
Netflix deals and all that type of shit.
Not so much anymore.
No,
there hasn't been
well,
a
you have
good
to be
serial
attractive.
killer.
You have to be
Yeah.
attractive to do it.
But has there even been a serial killer recently? I bet they get away with it a lot more
No,
now.
not a serial killer, just a murderer. Like
just
if you
anyone
just
who
murder,
killed.
if you're an attractive white dude and you murk your bitch, like you're gonna get a Netflix
Yeah, like that
deal.
Gabby Petito thing. Do you remember that?
Gabby Petito.
That was like a
and-
nothing story, but everyone was talking about
Yeah,
it just because
it-
they were like good-looking YouTube people.
Well, also because it was just like, I don't know why there's this phenomenon that like, we're not gonna say as much as I want to say white men because we know that it's the truth. There's this phenomenon that for whatever reason, men in general, it's hard to believe. It's the same reason why like, if a woman runs out, let's say like a woman like my size, like 120 pounds, that's not the right weight, but I'll say that. 120 pounds, runs on the street. She's bleeding. She's crying. She's like, my boyfriend beat the fuck out of me. And the boyfriend's running out after her. He's like 300 fucking pounds, 6 foot. And maybe he has a couple of scratches. The cop is going to look at him and look at her and be like, well, man, what did you do?
Well, it sounds like the dude's calm and collected, and that woman just is calm.
No, and you're right. And that's the bullshit.
Sounds like this cool ass dude was just trying to get his lady back in the house.
He just fucking walks up like, what's up, officer? And they're like, this guy is cool.
Meanwhile, she's horsing around.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, Dante.
Yeah,
wouldn't hurt
right.
anyone.
Exactly. It's the same. It's like there's this thing though, right? People feel like think that like men aren't incapable of killing somebody, let alone their spouse, and it's like no, that is a thing that happens. Like
You say you think white people think that?
no. I'm saying
all
like
people.
people like which is why like I think that Gabby Petito thing was so big because they were like, there's no way this beautiful little cute little white cute YouTube couple like he would kill her and da da da. No, like it's very possible.
That's wild because that makes the most sense. To
It
kill
makes
the
the
person
most fucking
that
sense.
you live with all
It
the
really
time.
does.
They're gonna piss you off more than anybody.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
of course, if you're gonna kill, it's gonna be them.
Is that the one when they were like van life?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
mhm.
I think that was like during COVID too, so it was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
even
yeah,
bigger because
yeah.
no one had anything
And
to care about.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the one with I don't remember his name, but he was God forgive me, but he was sexy.
That's the thing too. Women love killers.
Oh God, they
do.
love serial killers.
I
so
would
much.
never like look. I don't know. I appreciate a good jawline. That's as far as I'll go. I'm not gonna like worship you because you
Maybe
fucking-
that's why the cops don't take it so serious when you're running down the street, all bloody and beaten up.
Anyways, so work on
Man,
that.
you
Work-
seem mad, but you're also wet. I'm looking down. I see that you're also.
Oh my gosh!
See, I made it pretty funny.
No, you didn't. You made it very accurate. No, there was
It's funny.
some motherfucker, some congressman, some shit. He said that shit. Probably Florida. He was like, "It's not rape if she gets wet." And I'm like, "Nigga, that's science. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's if you stick something in me." And
Now you're just challenging the rapist.
right. You're making- yeah.
They're like, we can make them come.
Yeah, now the rapist is like lighting candles and shit. It's like, no, dude, just fucking go in. But if you're gonna go hard, go.
Have you ever watched Law and Order?
Unfortunately,
SVU?
yes.
That's
how
a
I learned
wild
about.
show.
That's how I learned that what my uncle did to me was not a game.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ! You found out that Peter
okay.
Pan was not a fun
Right.
game.
Well, he's dead. He's dead now. I was like, why is she crying? We played the same game. Why is this?
We're gonna play a game called Neverland. That means you never tell anybody about it.
and you might get some candy. Maybe.
God, you got candy? I'm so jealous.
No, I got a pillow.
Jesus. All right, this got super dark. But yeah,
Well, I'm black, so
yeah, that's what I meant.
I know. I gave that to you.
you.
No, I don't have family. Calm down.
Law and Order. There was one where this guy's girlfriend gets like gang raped in front of him, and they make her come, and he's like, "She never came when I had sex with her." He's like, "So am I doing it wrong?" I'm
That
like,
was Law and Order.
yeah, that was an episode of Law and Order.
That's why that show's been on for like 400 years.
That show's insane. We
That's-
watched one where it's a comedian.
She came.
Yeah, that's the whole thing because the guy's like, she's never came when I had sex with her, but she got gang raped and she came. And he's like, does that mean she liked it? And like Ice-T's like, I won't say anything. I ain't touching this one.
Wait, have y'all seen that clip of Ice-T where the dude is like, hey, brother, you suck dick. You take
Yeah.
dick. Nigga, you gay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gay. I just fuck guys sometimes. He's like, newsflash, you're gay.
Gay. No, Law and Order is undefeated.
His son's gay on that show too.
Oh, I believe. Oh, then
Yeah.
if anybody could talk about it.
There's a
then
whole
it's-
episode where like
Ice-T.
everyone's these two guys are spreading super AIDS, so this guy starts killing everyone with super AIDS.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and he's like,
I need to start watching Law and Order again now that I'm older and I'm more aware.
Peacock has all of it, by the way.
Damn.
Yeah, they're not our sponsor. We're trying to get Peacock.
Well, I've been on Peacock, so shout out. That's
yeah, she was on Law and Order. She was murdered.
I was dead raped girl number 2.
Whoa, I was dead raped girl number 4. I didn't see you on that.
Don't call me fat.
I was number 4.
Watch your fucking mouth. Don't you fucking call me fat.
Of course, I'm going to be the fattest. But we watched one last night, which is by far the best Law and Order episode ever. It was right after, I don't know if you remember, Daniel Tosh was doing a set and a girl said rape is never funny. And he said, it would be funny if you got raped right now. And so that, and you know, not the funniest ever, but it's a riff. It's like in a moment thing. It's not like one of his jokes. So I get why some people are offended by it. And I also like think it is what it is. And then, but that episode, this guy is a famous rape comedian.
Oh,
like,
Lord.
that's how he's known. Because, like, they're like, yeah, Jeremy Goodwill got in trouble last night. She's like, Jeremy Goodwill, you mean that guy that makes all the rape jokes? That who was on the cover of New York Times for his rape jokes?
Oh, he's a rock star, too. He's like the biggest fucking sweet.
And he brings a girl on stage, makes fun of her, and says, he's like, yeah, rape's not funny, but gang rape is funny because the rule of threes. Actually, kind of a funny joke. I mean, even though they're trying to make fun of it, and like
they repeated that.
I agree,
like
it's
10 times.
It's not a good joke. I'm just saying for trying to like
as a
mock
rape victim, not funny.
Yeah, I know.
As a rape victim, also hilarious.
I'm just saying for them.
Was it rape or was it just like you finally getting attention?
No, he legitimately.
Yeah.
Oh well, boo-hoo.
Damn, that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. Rape joke, funny.
There was 2 other people there. Rule of threes. But yeah, just
see, rape can be funny.
No, rape. Anything, and I know this is like very like debatable, whatever. Everything can be funny. It can like.
Well, it doesn't mean rape's funny.
My main
it just means you
issue-
can
Right,
make
it
jokes about it that are funny.
Like no,
Because rape's not. I mean, maybe if like a clown did it.
Oh, what's his name? What was that clown that raped all them little boys?
Oh, John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, John Wayne
Are you
Gacy.
triggered?
Huh?
Are you triggered?
No, it wasn't John Wayne Gacy.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad.
Well, you weren't that cute. But
No.
Yeah, John Wayne. Yep. No, like I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, that's what kind of like irritates me sometimes when people like, why would you joke about this? Like everything I joke about, I've been raped, I've been kidnapped, I've been racially I've been through a lot of shit. That's in my stand up. It can be funny, you know. It's just like.
Well, I get
don't really
that
get offended. I get offended where it's like it's just it's just like if you were to go on stage and be like, if you were to go on stage and be like, hey everybody, so who am I raping tonight? And it's like,
hold on, can you say I'm gonna write that down? That was pretty good.
Because if you say everyone's like, me, yeah!
You're just watching Conan next week and you see me on there. Hey, I wrote that. What the fuck?
Pete Davidson brings you out.
Stole my joke.
But no, I think everything can be funny, and maybe, and I've kind of, I don't know if y'all, I guess the question for y'all is like, have y'all ever like battled with like, is this too insensitive? Because sometimes I feel like a lot of shit that I talk about on stage may come off a little insensitive, but I'm literally just speaking off of my experiences. I'm just speaking off of like shit.
Not too insensitive, but then you do it, and if it doesn't get laughs, then it's not funny.
It's like, oh, you need to go to therapy.
But I don't care about anything. No, nothing's too sensitive to talk about.
You feel me? That's how
I think that's what open mics are for too, because I've definitely had jokes that in my head I was like, this is funny. And then I do it, and especially when it's something like really dark, I'm like, no, it wasn't funny. Like my whole thing is if it's more funny than offensive, that's my only line. Like it just has to be more funny than it's gonna piss people off.
I got banned from a comedy club that I will not name because fuck them. I mean, not really a comedy club, but just like a little whatever the fuck. They banned me because this woman got mad of what I said. It was a dating show. It was like years ago. It was a dating show, and I feel like we all have like a little dark sense of humor. We've all been through some shit, and I think that's where that sense of humor comes from, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a dating show, and basically what it was like 3 dudes come on stage, and there was like 3 comedians. I was one of the comedians, and we like asked them questions and shit like that. I was one of the comedians. It was 2 of the comedians. The 2 of the comedians were lesbians. Nothing against that, but I'm like, y'all are not gonna know what to. Not gonna know, but it's like I don't really think y'all are gonna ask like these straight men, like the right questions to fuck women.
Like you guys can't even get into heaven. Like, Can we get more God's people over
You
here?
said that, not me. but like the questions they were asking were just so kind of like, it was just like, you know, so I'm just, my little menace mind. I'm like, so I look at the dudes, I go, hey, you ever raped anybody?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
And that's
Really good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And if you haven't raped anybody, why is it weird?
And you look at his face when he does it, because if he
And I
takes
did-
a little second to
I
answer,
looked
he
at
has to
them.
think about
Oh,
it.
no, I looked at them. I said, yeah, you raped anybody? They go,
Any hesitation is bad.
oh, they were like, and then and I think that's what made it was just it was like a domino effect. Like they were like, huh, what the fuck? And I hear the comics in the background cracking the fuck
Oh, yeah,
up.
well,
of
yeah.
course.
The comics are losing
That's
their mind.
hilarious.
I thought it was funny, and I'm a rape victim.
now
But
you
it's like
can say
that
it's
was
the
funny.
safest
You were just
question
making-
to ask
It's
right
the
away.
safest
Yeah.
question to fucking ask. I was like, have you ever fuck all this other shit? I don't give a fuck about if you like long walks on the beach. Nigga, you fucking rape a bitch? Like
Yeah.
7.
ever?
He's just
You
like,
know?
yep, I have.
It doesn't matter if we both
Honesty.
like Donnie Darko. If you're gonna
Yeah,
rape me, I don't
like-
want to hang out with you.
You know what I'm saying? Literally. I was like, I thought that was a really funny question. Oh, they didn't like that. And the next day I was banned.
That's crazy.
And this lady, she reported to the comedy people, whatever. She was like, that was such a disrespectful, uncomfortable. Da, 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 da. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're rapist and cum, bitch. Like, don't
Yeah.
fucking like.
I would go out on a limb to white woman. Because that's it. That's really.
And it's always, and it's not just like white women. It's
Yeah.
always the same kind of white women. It's the frizzy haired, ugly, decrepit, dry pussy,
Miserable.
miserable bitch.
Yeah,
It's
they think
always,
everyone else should be
Yes,
miserable.
it's not the cute little perky little white bitch. No, she's having a good fucking time.
Yeah.
It's always that dirty looking, just trash ass fucking
It's
mad, angry
because-
white bitch.
And this is just my opinion.
Every time.
I think people like that, when bad things happen to them, they don't have like the imagination or creativity to try to get over it by like making fun of it or
I don't
just
think
like.
they want to.
And then it almost gives them like a personality too.
100%.
So they kind of want to cling on to that.
100%.
So when they see someone else like making fun of it, they're like, "Hold
100%.
on, that's all I have.
Yep.
Don't try to take that from me."
Yep.
Like-
And even causing that scene gives them more of that person. Like it boosts that fake personality they have. Like I stood up for myself and bitch, I'm not give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Your dad don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. Your husband don't give a fuck about you. Like
I just want to know that guy's answer to that question.
they didn't answer it.
I know, crazy.
Whoa, that's basically a yes.
You
That's
gotta
what I'm
give
saying. And I'm the one that got kicked out the fucking comedy club.
You know,
I'm the one.
if you ask me if I raped, I'd say no.
No.
That'd be-
But you can't answer too fast.
That's true. I had to preload.
You
Yeah.
got to give him a couple seconds
Yeah.
because it's
You
such
gotta
a
be
crazy
like-
question. Did I
No.
any rate? No. Never.
You gotta be like, bitch, you wish.
She didn't.
You'll never know.
My hand was over her mouth, so she didn't say that. I know, Leah.
He's just not attractive enough to say shit like that. I'll
argue that. I think I can say.
I'm not arguing.
I think you're pretty cute,
I
dude.
think being
You have a
ugly.
choice. That's how you even on this podcast. Is
No, I
Because he
think
rapes
no,
me.
his legs are open. He's like, "Come on, daddy. I
Come on,
support you.
Daddy.
I support you,
Come give me
daddy.
some of that."
I support you." No, I'm gonna tell you the best.
I look
response-
so much like a rapist. I think I'm allowed to make
very
jokes
much
about
so.
it.
No, that's kind of like no, that's not the same.
But I think it's usually not guys that look like me because it's too easy.
Yeah.
Like that's all I could do.
Well,
It's a shtick.
I'm
one
sure
of the
it's
guys,
probably every
one
guy.
of the guys I got raped by resembled you a little bit.
Oh,
Oh
God.
fuck! I got a
But
haircut. I didn't think you
but he
recognized
was a
me.
ginger, so you're better than him.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. Well, the best response is I remember I got roofied on my 22nd birthday because I get around, and I got roofied as fuck. And my friends left me. They were white girls. That's how it happens. They left me, and I remember, you know what I'm saying. I think one is pregnant now and like going through a divorce, so karma works quick.
Hell yeah!
But I woke up and one of the bartenders, it was on 6th Street, of course. One of the bartenders takes me home. And when you're roofied, I don't know if you've ever been roofied, but when you're roofied, it's like you're like the wax museum almost. It's like you see what's happening, but you're like you just can't move. You can't do anything.
Really? So you don't go like? I mean, you probably go kind of unconscious. Is it like in and out?
Yes, it's like an in and out thing, but but when you are conscious, you know what's happening. You just like your body is just like you can't
like sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
sounds terrible.
It's horrific. It's horrific. And
But also, idea for a new episode. Let's roofie each other on.
Oh, my God.
yes. Actually, y'all roofie and I do ketamine, and we just all observe.
Oh yeah. He's like, actually, guys, those beers you're drinking, goodbye.
Yeah. Sayonara. But I remember like the next morning, I woke up in his house, in his bed, and I remember I was like turning over, and I was like, "Who the fuck are you?" Da-da-da. And he's like casually playing like Candy Crush on his phone. He looks over at me. He's like, "Oh, hey, I'm glad you're alive." And I was like, "Did you rape me?" And he was gay. Actually, it was funny. I didn't know that at the time. But he turns over and goes, "Bitch, ain't nobody got time to be raping nobody."
That's such an awesome response.
And I was like, true.
That's a great answer.
I was like, that's a great. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, those guys could have said that shit. They could have been like, "Bitch, I got bills and shit. I can't be raping nobody." Like,
well, and that would make
no,
it
they
less,
were like,
that make it less weird too. Like,
I just
the
don't think that was a
responses-
fucked up question to ask. It's
No,
like,
it's
but
funny.
that's comedy. It's like we need to talk about different things and talk about different shit, especially if we experienced it. And I feel like most people that do the wild shit y'all motherfuckers say and the wild shit I say, it all comes from experience. It's like, and I just that's so. It's so unfair for somebody that has not. I say this, like, you don't, it's not a bad thing that you're not a black woman that hasn't experienced black women shit. I feel sorry for you because it's pretty great, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem that you're a white person that does not, you will never know what that's like. That's not an issue.
It's not a problem to be white. It rules.
Yeah. Even with all the healthcare provided, you still have teeth like that.
I know. Still rocks though, Leah. Still pretty
you got
good.
a wife and a kid. You know, you're fucking killing it, brother. You're crushing it.
All thanks to this bad boy.
You know what I'm saying? All thanks to this.
That's beautiful.
But it's just like, no, it's not a bad thing. That what I don't like about this whole, like, I guess kind of like backtracking to like our conversation earlier with like race and like how comedy is now. There's like this misconception that it's bad to be different. It's not bad that you're white. It's not bad that you're black. It's not bad that you. And it's like people that kind of what you were saying, like people that feel like they don't have an identity, that they don't feel like, because whatever we've gone through, and I'm just speaking for us three and what we've shared with each other, we've accepted it.
Yeah.
We've accepted it and we've capitalized on it. Now, granted, everybody hasn't done that. Everybody can't do that. And that's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
But don't diminish me and my work.
Yeah, don't try to take it away from someone
Don't try to take it away
Yeah.
from me because
Like-
you are not where you want to be.
And it's not your show.
It's not your show.
If they're
It's not your
seeing
shit.
you, they're seeing your
Exact-
show. So go make
100%.
your own show where you do your own thing
100%.
about it.
And all they're
Yeah.
doing is just taking something away from us trying to make ourselves feel better.
Yeah.
Like comedy is
Yeah.
what we got to deal with it, but now they're taking that away from us.
And ultimately, it takes away from them because, like, okay, you thought you owned this comedian at their show.
Yeah.
Then what? You're gonna still go home with your dry ass pussy, with your fucking 4 cats, and your fucking stank ass house, and your fucking frizzy hair, and your fucking shitty job working as a fucking bank teller at HEB.
Yeah.
What did you gain?
That's gonna hit one girl really
Sounds
hard.
It is. I'm coming for the bitch that fucking complained after my rape joke. I'm coming for her. Talk about women empowerment.
Well, shit, that's a good place to end it. I think that was a fun way.
Yeah.
Well, we're well over an hour, right?
A little bit.
Hell yeah.
We started about
That was
3:15.
That was really fun.
That was a fun
This will
time.
probably be out in 2 weeks, right?
Can I plug?
Absolutely, plug
Yeah.
whatever you got
Yeah.
coming up.
Oh, you started clenching when I said plug.
I don't like things up my ass.
Yeah, you do, baby. I'm Lea'h Sampson. You can catch me on Instagram at official Lea'h Sampson. All my links are like everything I do, whatever is in my link tree. And yeah, you said 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I doing in 2 weeks? I already did MSG, so that's done.
Yeah, congrats on that. That's
Yeah.
so fucking cool, dude. That was such a cool video you posted of you
Thanks,
like being
yeah.
introduced on it.
Yeah, it was one best experience of my life. But yep, Instagram official Lea'h Sampson. That's where you can find my TikTok and OnlyFans and everything else.
Fuck yeah. Thanks for doing it, Leah.
Yeah,
That was a
thank
lot
you
of
very
I
fun.
much.
appreciate you
That was
guys.
great.
We opened
Thank
some
you.
doors tonight.
Yep.
That was fun.